Hey. What's up? Calls are crying. I'm dyslexic. I'm playing a little guitar, wake me up. I just said the calls are crowing instead of the crows are cawing. I guess that's why I'm good at lyrics, because I'm like pretty like make those fucking weird. The calls are crowing. I don't know if you guys ever knew, but I was into folk punk. I could use this as a mirror. I can't believe how quickly I could get. Hi. Helplessly ho. Oh no! Who's here? What's this part of my headphone? Hey. Hold on. Oh, this thing. Maybe we can make a deal. What's up, everybody? I was just talking about how I'm dyslexic. I just said the caws are crowing instead of the crows are cawing. I'm like, the caws are crowing. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh my god, I'm dyslexic. Oh my god. You do? It's like, I'm like, what the hell? I just like totally slurring the words, switching them. Maybe that will help make some good lyrics or something. Oops, what did I? Hold on a second. I know everyone's always like, I type really fast. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like I don't know. I don't know, but something is. I gotta tell Nikki. You know, there's people who were like, oh, I miss. Oh, wait, I can't ever tell. I wish you would tell me who's in here. It is, yeah. Well, the back's purple. It's just in a ponytail. It's like really bad, my hair, so it's like needs to be washed extremely. That's why it's in a ponytail.
pressure low developing. There was a high pressure low developing off the coast of Africa, uplifting the atmosphere, push waves across the ocean towards Antilles and Borneo, and that pace in agitation. I drew the curtains closed, I turned the air conditioner on, I pressed a warm washcloth to my face. Somewhere out there, a hurricane was coming. There is just no future left for us to dream of, living in an era of instability, so caught up in the fear of their rivals. Fear breeds in honest men, and it's a high pressure load, and it's a high pressure low. 7 missiles flying over the Sea of Japan, tales of feral children sleeping in wolf dens, and the pious preacher commands. So I hold my breath in anticipation. Into the shelter of the jungle, noble savages run, a vental of triumphs over lifelong inhibitions. And I wonder, what is real, what is fiction? When there's just no future left for us to dream of, we're living in an era of instability, so caught up in the culture of their rivals, the fear it breeds in honest men, and it's a high pressure low. It's a high pressure low. Would anyone forgive Robert McNamara? In retrospect, he had to admit there was a mistake in going to war without asking all the questions. Yes, Robert Strange McNamara, they're just you those. There are those who just can't forget. Oh, and I wonder, have I lost my compassion? There's just no future left for us to dream of, living in an era of instabilities, so caught up in the fear of the rivals. Fear breeds an honest man. When it's a high pressure low, it's a high pressure low. It's a high pressure low. It's a high pressure low. High pressure low.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm like, aw, what do you mean? It's a high pressure low. Hey. Why can't I see that?
I don't ever want to talk that way again. I don't want to know. I don't ever want to talk that way again. I don't want to know people like that anymore, as if it was obligation, as if I owed you some. Black me out. I wanna piss on the walls of your house. I wanna chop those brass rings off your fat fucking fingers, as if you were a kingmaker, as if, black me out. I don't wanna see the world that way anymore. I don't wanna feel that weak and insecure, as if no one were my fucking pimp. If I was your fucking whore, black me out. I wanna piss on the walls of your house. I wanna chop those brass rings off your fat fucking fingers, as if you were a kingmaker, as if, black me out.
yeah. I love punk. I mean, some of it, not all of it, but I'm into. It just helps me. Oh my god. Hey, I don't know why I blocked one of your comments before. I'm like sitting on a charger. I know, I love. Dude, there's too many chargers. I'm dyslexic. There's too many chargers. I can't handle it. The ease of your pose, the grace of your silhouette, the way that your shoulders meet your slender neck. Where will we be with all the distance? You know, I'm already just a skeleton. I don't have the heart to match the one pricked into your finger. All things made to be destroyed, all moments meant to pass. Don't wanna live without teeth, don't wanna die without bite. I never wanna say that I regret it. I never wanna say we grew apart. And I never wanna say the feelings changed. But I don't have the heart to match the one pricked into your finger. Of things meant to be destroyed, all moments meant to pass. When I don't have the heart to match the one pricked into your finger. No more troubled sleep, there's a brave new world raging inside of me. I don't have the heart to match the one pricked into your finger. This too will slip out of reach. This too will come to an end. That is the most chill Guns Me cover I've ever heard in my life. Last call, he was sick of it all. Fell asleep at home. Told you one goodbye. One day they'll come to haunt you. Didn't quite
sick of it all. The endless streams of reminders. Oh, you're in here? I never know who's in here. It's like, it's kind of pissing me off to people. I'm sorry, I'll go back. Hold on. Why, what's wrong? Good, yeah, I was wondering how you were. Bottle up and explode over and over. Keep the troublemakers below. Put it away. Check out for the day. We're in for a round of overexposure. For the thing Mother Nature provides to get up and go. Oh, bottle up and explode, seeing the stars surrounding you. Red, white, and blue. You look at it like you never know him, when I know for a fact that you have. Next time you cry, who'd you think was inside? Thinking that you were about to come over, but I'm tired waiting for you. You never show. Bottle up and go if you're gonna hide it. It's up to you. I'm coming through. Bottle up and go. I can make it outside. I'll get through becoming you. Becoming you. Becoming you. Dun-dun. Well, No, it's just in a ponytail. The back's like purple.
Yeah, I do. Like from Fairport Convention. Is that who that is?
Wonder else.
Hey, Chia. Latte. One. Yes, people have told me that, and I looked her up. That's how I heard of her, actually. What? I love that song. I'll end up doing, you know, my LA Good. I feel like I got that one part good. It sounds kind of stupid, but where it's like, you know, where it's like, I can't even think I broke. Where it's like, dun, 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 he goes into the part where he's just like, dun, 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 dun. Before the end. That's why it's tuned down a step, okay. That's the thing about Elliot, all of his songs are fucking like in a different tuning, dude. It's like you'll be playing one, it's like tuned down, everything's like in a different tuning. Which is fine, but I just don't want to do that, you know, sometimes like
The radio's playing Crimson and Clover. London Bridge is safe and sound. No matter what you keep repeating, nothing's gonna drag me down to a death that's not worth cheating. And someone had to snore. You would make a boulevard, put yourself apart, and I can't help it till you saw someone half smart. You'd be a work of art, put yourself apart. That won't happen until you start for someone half as smart. You'd be a work of art. You put yourself apart. And I can't help it until you start.
Oh my god, I'll practice that one more, but I do love that song too. I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget, but I forgot that I loved it. How do you feel about the elixir? Oh my god. Saying oh my god because I'm looking at my Twitter, it's just insane. You feel what kind of sensation? Are you okay? What's wrong? Fuck it, I'm like so annoyed when I type something, it disappears. What the hell's going on? No, it's just like stupid stuff I said. It's like, I don't know why it has so many likes. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's like that guy that they all get mad at. These people are so stupid. Like, you know what? I don't like your beliefs either, but I don't call you mentally ill. Like, you know how many times I've been called mentally ill by everybody? Like, okay, let's go through the list. I've been called mentally ill by Foxygen fans, Taylor Swift fans, Beyonce fans, like everybody, dude. Like, everybody has called me mentally ill in a fight. They're always like, you're mentally ill. It's like, okay, dude, like, that's not even funny because mental illness is a real thing, so stop fucking making it a joke. And also, it's like, it just shows how stupid you are. No offense. I don't use any of those words online either, but like they keep calling me saying liberalism is a mental disorder. I'm like, okay. Coming from the people who were like, like, you don't even want to know what it's coming from the people that I would consider the R word. I don't even use it. Okay, I'm retarded. Probably they're like, it's like you're telling me I'm a fucking, what do you say? Like that I'm like mentally ill and it's like, okay, dude, like, sure, just keep saying that. Like, you're the one that sounds like a fucking idiot. Like, talking to you just sound so dumb. Like they'll be like playing. I just love how people on Twitter can turn something around so quickly to be the victim. Like, they're like, you called, because that guy was like kept calling me mentally ill. And so I said, okay, you're probably at home plotting a school shooting or something. Like, he's like, how dare you call me a school shooter? He got all mad at me and stuff. And I was like, I didn't call you one. I said, you're probably doing that. And he's like, and I was like, you called me like 10 times. 10 times in this thread, you called me mentally ill. Like, sorry. And you told me to go away to a place. Like, and you're defending. I'm like, I'm sorry that's how you appear when you're like putting down a teenager who's upset her high school got shot up. You're fucking calling her anti-American. Maybe she's pissed off. She's like 16, dude. It's like you, on the other hand, are a full-grown man acting like a fucking baby, trying to act like Jesus wanted anyone to have a gun. You're fucking high on some good meth out in the fucking woods or something, dude. It's like, go back to doing whatever you... I just want to, like, seriously, these people, it's like telling me that I'm mentally retarded, and they're the ones picking on a teenager. It's like, dude, you're literally, like, you're like... And then they're like, what would they think if... This is how stupid they are. What would you think? What would you think if they read that? And they said that... What would the victims think if you said that I was a school shooter? And I was like, you realize that you were just like bashing their friend who was giving a speech? I don't really think they care what you have to say. And then they got like suspended, okay? These people got suspended. It's like, okay. They're all like, we're reporting you. I'm like, you guys are the ones calling me names. Like, you know, like you can't even have like an intelligent debate with me. I'm not even trying to call you names. It's just what I believe. And then they're telling me like, they'll out of nowhere will just be like bringing up Hillary Clinton and everything else. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? We're not talking about that. Like, it's like these people are like crazily good at diverting a subject. Like, you'll be talking about guns, and the next thing you know, like, they'll be like throwing out something about Russia, or like they'll be like throwing out like some random ass comment that is you weren't even talking about it. They'll be like, abortion. It's like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about guns. Like, they'll just always throw it back to something you're not even talking about. Like, stop thinking everyone thinks in black and white. Some people believe in gun control and are conservative. It's not just a black and white issue. And when we're talking about one issue, let's stick to the fucking topic. Don't just throw in everything you could think of that you got from Fox News, the liberal terms, to throw at me. Abortion, like, Hillary, libtard. It's like, dude, like, we're talking about one thing and you can't even, like, focus on the fucking subject. Like, you just have to bring up every liberal talking point that you want, throw it at me. Like, I'm the token person for you to do that to. Like, it's weird. It's like we're not even... Like, I'm only talking about guns, and I have people on here all of a sudden start arguing about abortion and all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, you guys are so adamant on people. It's crazy. They're adamant on people having the right to bear their arms, their guns, but they fucking are threatened by a woman having the agency over her own body. It's, like, pathetic. It's like you guys are more, like... And not only that, you guys have a problem with trans people and shit. It's like, if you are that obsessed to think to have a right to have a gun is, like, your God-given right, then you better best bet believe that everybody else gets their own God-given right to be gay, trans, whatever the hell they want to be. A woman's allowed to have an abortion. If you fucking get your little death machine, then we get to do whatever we want with our bodies too, because you actually get something that could kill people. Being trans doesn't kill anybody. Does not affect you. You don't like someone being trans? Okay, don't be friends with them. Literally has nothing to do with you. Doesn't matter. We don't want to hear your science argument. Nobody cares. Trans people exist. Get over it. They're on the planet. You can't get rid of them. They live here. They're not a threat to you. Fucking get over it. You're transphobic. That's not a reason. Like, you know what? Like, you're just fucking acting like a dick. You don't want women to get abortions. Okay, who the fuck does? It's not a fun time. But you know what? The right should be there. It doesn't matter if you don't agree with it or not. Women are still going to get abortions. They always have. It's like, it's not like... Well, because it's like, you don't have to agree with them. It's about, my grandma's a nurse, okay? It's like my grandma voted for Trump. We don't even get, my grandma and me, she's conservative. She believes in fucking pro-choice. She's a nurse. She worked at the ER in the emergency room, and she's a hospice nurse, okay? And she's conservative. It's not just like black and white. You know, people make everything like, it's like we're talking about one issue, people start throwing abortion at me and shit. It's like, hey, my grandma like voted for Trump and is like she's not like pro-abortion, but like she knows that like medically, like, you know, like people will get an abortion. It's happened all through history. So it's like we have, you know, it's like the right to getting it. It's like you need a place where you can feel safe with a doctor. Sorry. It's like, I don't think it's a good thing either, really, but it's like it's not really anyone's choice to tell what someone to do with their own body, especially if you're not willing to give up a gun. You know, if you can't give a woman agency over her own body, then why the hell should we give you agency over a gun? It's like, seriously, like, you won't even let a woman have control over her own fucking body, then why should we give you control with something that, like, is, like, a God-given power to destroy people? The only person who should have that much power is, like, God. So, it's like, if you really think that a woman having control over her body is such a threat, like, wake up, because there's a lot more things that are threatening than that. It's like, I don't want to ever get an abortion, but I also don't want to be told that, like, if some guy raped me one night and I got pregnant with this kid, I have to force to have it. You know, it's like, what if one of my boyfriends, like, I was on birth control or something and got pregnant, and then, like, I was in an abusive relationship, and it's like, you know, like, I'm just supposed to have this kid because a guy got me impregnated. I mean, seriously, back in the day, a guy could just hold you down, fuck you, come inside of you, goodbye, you're fucking pregnant, bitch. Like, You know, like there was no birth control, there was no condoms. It's like you basically were someone's vessel for a fucking kid. It's like, and I don't, you know what I mean? We should have the right to when we want to bring our kid into the world. We're not a vessel for some guy to just like get, sorry. It's like, and sometimes women have bad situations like incest and stuff where it's like you think, you know, where they should have access to getting it. You guys, seriously, the world's messed up. Like the scenarios going on, it's worse than you can even imagine with some people. You know, it's like it's not good to like want to encourage these things, but it's not good to stigmatize them either and make people ignorant and just think it's like, oh, it's just you want to kill babies. It's like so stupid. It's like, who the hell wants to kill a baby? Like, it's like that's not what it's about. And it's like also when we're talking about guns, like that's what I mean. Like it'll just start going into some other topics. And I'm like, why are we talking about this right now? Like, can we just focus on one topic, please? Like, and it's just like, I didn't even vote, honestly. I'm sorry, in the last election. You guys, I know it's bad, but I already knew California would vote blue, okay? Like, that's whatever. I already knew we would, if I have, like, I was in Germany, you know, I left. It was too stressful. I have really bad anxiety, and I was too stressed out, you know, so I went to Germany. Like, that was the time I went to Germany when election was happening. And I'm just like, don't like when you like when I get serious. Well, I am serious. People don't realize that. It's like, I'm really serious. Like, I've been serious my whole life. My family hates it. Like, they always think I'm too intense. My mom can't handle hearing about anything. She's just like, I can't handle it. Like, I don't want to hear about anything in the world. It's too much. I'm like, okay. And like, I've always been like that. And, and the people just need to stop calling everybody mentally ill. It's like not cool because you know what? That guy was probably slightly mentally ill who did the school shooting. So it's like, instead of making a joke about it and calling people mentally ill on Twitter, like, why don't you take mental illness seriously? Because it actually affects people enough to maybe kill people too. It's like, it's not like a joke. I know that you guys think you're being funny calling me libtard or mental liberal, I don't know, whatever the fuck they're saying. It's like, but it's like, we can ban assault, right? We can ban AR-15s. They were banned before. They were banned before for 10 years. No one needs an AR-15, and that's not true. How do you know we can't change anything? They probably said that too to slaves, and they said that to everything everywhere. Anytime there's ever been a movement, that has been said to somebody. Why don't you focus on something you can change? Well, you know what? Sometimes stuff can change. You can't even imagine the amount of change that could happen. You know, you think people 100 years ago thought we were going to have computers? No, but why are they... Exactly. Do you know what? It's seemingly easier to get a machine gun than it is to get some weed in Florida. That's just fucking crazy, okay? Like, the fact that, like, somebody could go buy a machine gun that easily, but, like, finding weed is like, oh my god, like, you'll get arrested. Seriously? Like, that's the kind of country we're in where it's like weed is, like, worse than a gun? That's basically what that says to me, that the weed is... And so is alcohol. They're both... I don't even drink. But, like, to act like... Oh, if someone could be able to buy a machine gun, then, I mean, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's just crazy to me. I'm like, I do not think you should be able to buy an AR-15 when you're 18. That's crazy. Maybe when you're, like, 21, or you go through some training courses. But it's like, why does any 18-year-old need a fucking AR-15? I'm sorry. It's like, there is no good reason why you need one at age teenager. That's because those places are not as established as us. They're banned in Amsterdam, too. They're banned in the Netherlands, too, in Germany, and all the other advanced civilizations. Every other advanced country has their gun bans, and they don't have school shootings. Those are not advanced as us. Mexico is not on the same level as us. No offense, but it's like they're in more poverty. Chicago is one state within a nation. Chicago is one state that has gun laws within a nation that doesn't have gun laws. So, of course, it's going to be easy to get guns. It's one little state. Yeah, it's one little state in a nation that has guns everywhere. All you have to do is drive to a different state. It's not really, you know what I mean? Like, that's... It's like one state surrounded by everyone else with guns. So how is that going to, like, you know, change that much? And that's just fear-based culture. That's just living in fear. Like, it's literally like living a fear-based life. I'd rather live a life. Well, then that's why why do they need to sell them then? It shouldn't be like, it's not like all guns are bad, but nobody should have the power to get an assault rifle that can shoot out 30 bullets in a minute and kill that many people. Like, you don't need that power. Sorry. Nobody needs that power. Like, a gun, my grandma has shotgun. I mean, like, sure, like, I mean, I'm not into, like, guns, but, like, I think that it's, like, kind of, like, demonic to have a machine of war that intense. Like, you don't really need one. Like, you can have a gun, like, to protect yourself, but, like, having an AR-15, it's like, what the fuck? That's, like, it feels like the government is, like, encouraging, like, this to happen to us. Like, they fucking are okay with it because I don't know why, because it doesn't seem like anyone with the brain would let an 18-year-old fucking buy an AR-15. It's like, if my kid it's like scary. Like, I know so many people, if any of half the people I know have that gun, I'm freaked out. Like, should I never go outside again? Like, I don't fucking know. Well, fear is like thinking that you're gonna, like, you need a gun all the time to protect you too. Fear is living in these hypothetical scenarios like, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna get my gun and it will, like, do this. It's like, that is like a fear thing too, like thinking that you need to live behind. I don't either. I think that Jesus didn't believe in any weapons, and I think it's so hypocritical to say that we're a Christian nation and be like, we care more about guns than we do children. For real. That's the truth. We do. He even said he would make make the swords into dust. Okay, like I said, nothing's black and white. It's not just like guns are just, oh my god, every person who owns a gun sucks. No, and if that was the case, then I know a lot of people who have guns. My family members do. Okay, like, I'm all 18. I'm not an idiot. It's like, but there's obviously an epidemic, so it's like, you got to take care of it. Sorry, like, that's a responsibility of our country. Like, we should be taking care of our children. Like, that's important. Thank you, Nigel. It's like, that's what is important. Like, not war, not. I just feel if the government really wanted to take you out, like, they could. Thank you, Nigel. They could without, if you know what I mean, like, the amount of weapons that they have, we can't imagine they would just take you out. Like, a gun wouldn't even do anything against the government, really. It's like, I feel like the weapons that they have are like, you know, like the weapons our government has, like, they could just secretly take you out and you wouldn't even know. Like, they could probably just come in the middle of the night and, like, who fuck knows? FBI, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think a gun will protect me from them anyways, because I think that they have such intense war shit and stuff, technology, that I don't really want to get challenged by the government, to be honest. I don't like, you know, I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, the government rocks, but at the same time, like, I also, like, don't really trust, like, people running around with, like, AR-15s, like I told you. It's like, it's too much power. Like, Joshua, what do you think? Oh my god, there's another person who thinks that too in this chat. Yoshia, do you think it's the end of civilization? Where are you? I don't know, but, like, it would help more if people were more compassionate instead of just be like, no. It's like, you just gotta get, like, spiritual, dude. Then why do we have police? How do you know that's gonna collapse? I mean, I don't think the police are good, but why do we have them? Brian, this is a fun time, you guys. This is a chat. We're in a chat, you guys. This is gonna get hot. There's a lot of people in here. Let's get it. You guys, let's talk. We'll all, like, throw our opinions out there. Well, I don't know. It's like, if I don't want to live in fear. If that happens, I die. It's like, that's okay. Like, I like believe in a higher power. Like, I've lost a lot of people in my life, you know? My best friend died. I was there at my grandpa's deathbed when he died. My grandma's a hospice nurse. I'm very connected to death. I don't need a gun to protect me. Like, when it comes down to it, I would die a pacifist. Like, that's fine. Like, I'm gonna die one day anyway. I'd rather die a pacifist and get shot than... I'd rather die without a gun than have guns around and kill innocent children. If that's gonna make the cost of it, the children are gonna die, then fuck, I'll die for them. Like, it's like, I don't need a gun. Like, I don't care. You can kill me. Like, I'm not that attached to life. Like, I am, like, but my ego, it's like, I'm not afraid of death. You know, that's the thing. A lot of people are really afraid of death. I'm not, because I've dealt with it, and I'm really spiritual. I pray all the time. I believe in God. Like, I have a connection to, like, the spiritual world, not the material world, okay? Everybody else is really in the material world. They're so afraid of dying that it's like, I need to protect fear. I don't know. It's like, I get it. Protecting others. There's other ways to protect, too. I mean, but these are all fear-based thinking. Yeah, it just should be regulated more, okay? Like, it's not like I want to get rid of all guns. It's like, the fact is, though, but somebody should not be able to... Yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with having a... My grandma has a shotgun at her house, 2 of them at her house. And I've seen it. And I've, like, she showed me how to use it, okay? So it's like, I have not used it, but I, like, know where my grandma's shotguns are. It's not like my family doesn't... There's no one in our family who's ever had a gun. So... My grandma has 2 shotguns. It's like, it's for protection. She lives by herself, okay? Like, I get that. It's fine. Whatever. It's different, though. I think you should have... My grandma's also a nurse and has gone through a lot of schooling, so if she had to go through a mental test and stuff, she would pass. My grandma's also, like, would pass the test to get a gun. So I think there should be some type of regulation where you need to pass a test. Like, that guy who bought it legally. Like, he shouldn't have been able to buy it legally based off of the information we're hearing about him. He seemed kind of, like, mentally unstable. Like, he, you know, he had no, like, mental health check. Maybe if he did, he wouldn't have been able to buy the AR-15. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it shouldn't be just like you go in the store and get to buy an AR-15 in 15 minutes. It's like, it's a big deal. It should be treated like one. So, it's not like that all guns are evil. It's like that we need to treat them with, like, the power that they actually give out, which is a lot. And we aren't giving them that much power by just letting you buy them that quickly. Like, they should be, like, respected. Like, my grandma would never do that because she fucking was in the nurse. It's like, certain people, okay, you know, like, they get a gun, they have to go through background check, they pass, they're like, you know, like, some people are adults. Like, I know people say that guy's an adult. I'm sorry, but when you're 19, like, I'm 28, I'm almost 30 now. Like, when I was 19, I was not as mature as I am now. That's just reality. You're still kind of a teenager, okay? He might have been 19, but it's like, that's still not that old, so he's not even old enough to drink. Or he's 19. Yeah, he's not even old enough to drink it. So it's like, it's just, like, I don't think that he should be able to get a gun as easily as, like, is that what they're saying? I like hearing everyone's... But my problem is the hypocrisy of people needing a gun so badly, but they, like, don't let people do what they want with their own body. My opinion is it's weird how people are so obsessed with protecting guns, but they won't let people do what they want with their own body and their own life. It's, like, really weird. Like, maybe if they were actually, like, libertarian about it completely and, like, were pro whatever, everything, and, like, having a gun and, like, also doing whatever you want with your body. But I feel like a lot of them are just telling you, like, oh, and you can't do this, and they try to use Christianity, and it doesn't make sense because it's like, it doesn't... Jesus wasn't born here in the USA. I know they think that the song Born in the USA was about Jesus, but it's not. if he was born in the USA. What's going on, you guys? Talk to me. You're right, they would. Whoa. What do you mean they dropped the ball if they're... Look at this. Who's that? The war on drugs is stupid, yeah, baby. But a drug is like killing yourself, honestly. Like, I'd rather promote that than killing other people. No offense, but that's what my aunt used to say. It's kind of fucked up. My aunt's an addict. And I used to go with her to NA. And she's like, well, at least I feel like my disease never, like, hurt anybody. She's like, you know, if I'm an addict, it just fucks up my own life. Yeah, exactly. At least drugs just fuck up your... It's like, yeah, I guess you're in a community, but it's like, guns lead to, like, straight-up violence. So do drugs, but it's like, it's on yourself as much. You can't go up to somebody and just start, like, throwing heroin at them, you know? Why didn't they do anything? Just because they were too busy? It's fucking bullshit. I know they were busy. I watched that guy's YouTube video about how the FBI came to his house. You? Get. Oh, hi. Isn't she cute? Hi. My cat's purring. Oh. She thinks it's like her God-given right to get pet, I swear. Yes, she does. She, like, will sit there and listen sometimes. Oh, don't you? Isn't she cool? It's like she knows she's so pretty. These places... Well, now I'm talking to the teenagers, you know? Like, I followed them, the teenagers who go to the high school. Aw. Triplet, because she has a twin. She has her sister. They can all be triplets. Oh, they be triplets. I think so. I think they are the, yeah. She's just purring. Oh, yeah, birds. Matches? Cool. I want to see. I love, is it like a cool matchbox? What? You think it's kitty time all the time? That is so funny, really? I love that. Yeah, Salem the cat. Your dog only likes bluegrass. That's amazing. You know that. Me too. I do too. Yeah, it would be cool if it wasn't as like if they could use psychedelics to help people. I always think that my aunt, who's an NA, was an addict, and she's like really bitchy. We don't get along, but I always think if she had a good mushroom trip, we'd probably get along. Or if she like was under some guided meditation, like if somebody gave her like, I really feel like sometimes if somebody takes a psychedelic and they like have a good trip with somebody, or like it's called a trip for a reason. You like go through something mentally, and like you could come out. It usually makes you, for me, it's made me confront all my fears, and every time I come out stronger and like know myself more, and I'm like, oh, and I see more of my ego. So it's like I could tell when somebody's never done that with their mind. It's like in my aunt, it's just like so just like stuck in her mind of a prison mind. So I'm like always thinking, God, if my aunt could just be under like shaman's care and like take some mushrooms or something and have, a guided trip. They do that. They've done studies that help people. There's people who were like chronically ill who knew they were going to die, and they did, tests on them with psychedelics, and after they did that, all of them felt better about dying. Not that they felt better about dying, but they were like content with it because of the ego death that happened. And psychedelics, made them feel like they like when they came back, they felt like more at peace with what was going on in their body, that they had cancer and stuff. I know somebody who has AIDS who did some really intense psychedelic in South America with the shaman, like a kind where you throw up after, like you eat it, so intense. Really? Exactly. There we go. It would have to be someone willing to do it. It would be good if it was under the guidance of something, and it would be cool if there was a purpose, like they knew why they were doing it. Like they were like, okay, I want to like try to figure out or like get rid of this. I don't know, if they went for a psychological reason, like how those one people were doing it who were terminally ill. And it ended up making them feel like, more content about something like that. Because sometimes help people. I mean, I don't think that, and they are sacred. I don't think that people should just be taking mushrooms or running around in public. Like it's like, because some people's minds aren't ready for that. Like you don't, like you have to, it's just like, yeah, it's not something like drinking or like some random casual drug. I think that they should be treated more like sacred, like, yeah, like not like they're like, he was saying sacred medicine. I mean, not that they're like, you know what I mean though, but they're like from the earth. Mushrooms at least, I don't know. And it's like, yeah, I read that book too. Someone told me I was cultural appropriating. It's crazy. I'll get called like a Nazi by like liberal people, and then I'll get called like libtard by Republicans. I'm like, what am I? You guys, can you pick? Like, fucking, I'll be getting called like every name. It's so funny. It's like no consistency. I think I would be a great guide for somebody. I'd wear like a lot of glitter. Come on. Because it's all about the vibes, And I'm really good at that. Like, meaning, it's kind of stupid, but whatever. When I was a teenager, like 20 maybe, well, my boyfriend at the time, he had a bad trip. He was saying he wanted to kill himself. He was like being so dramatic, and he's like, I want to die, I want to kill myself. And I was like tripping too. And this was on acid, I think. And I don't even do that. I haven't done that in like 8 years. That was like a long time ago. And he's like being so dramatic, saying let's die and stuff, and it like didn't affect my mood at all. And people are talking about, hell yeah, and people are like, you know, when you're on psychedelics, you absorb people's moods heavily. Like you could switch into have a bad trip, quote unquote, a bad trip. It's like when you get like, oh my god, it's sucked into the bad energy. So I was like really confronted with some very dark energy. Someone was telling me they wanted to kill themselves, and I was like on psychedelics, and I was like, and I'm all like, was so positive, like still. I was all like, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. I was like, didn't even affect me that they're being depressed, which is kind of weird. But then I talked them out of like feeling depressed, you know? And then I realized after that that I had a really strong mind. Not like a strong mind, but you know, I've been around people, and I was like, we were both tripping, but I like was able to maintain like some sobriety a little bit, and like not let his negativity like totally ruin my trip, you know? I let my positivity like change his negativity, and so the trip ended up being a good trip. After like he got over this little like thing of being all upset, he like got over it, and then we had like a good time. So it was like weird though. I always remember that, like how at first when he started doing that, I started like seeing like, I just started feeling all dark and heavy. Then I was like, no, we're gonna break out of this. But I don't like acid because I think that it's not, I mean, it's not like I'm like gonna judge you. Yeah, right, you're battling for the sanity of both of you. I've never taken so much of anything that I like totally trip out though, you know? Where I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't know. I always have semi-control myself. And I've only done acid like twice, and I'm a mushroom person, so I don't like acid really. I just think that mushrooms are more sacred. I like that about them, that you kind of feel like they are so like, I kind of like that they make you have a stomach ache before too, in a weird way. It makes it seem like it's really natural. It makes it seem like you have to kind of pay this price a little bit to take them. Like in Washington, they grow up there. I played on NPR stage on mushrooms before with Oxygen. Tennessee. Tea. I just make tea. And then I put honey in it. Not Washington, D.C., Washington State. Like Seattle and stuff. In Portland and shit like that, they grow up there. But yeah, I usually just make tea. It's because I don't like the taste, or chocolate or something. I'll just eat some chocolate and eat that at the same time. Okay, that one too, the orange juice took. Oh, because doesn't orange juice like make it more intense? That's why I like them. I feel like they really do make you dried, I think, most of the time. Yeah, right. If they were eating those, we'd be in a different world. Dude, if they were eating those up in Washington, there'd be a lot of different, they'd be thinking of, if they were actually eating those in Washington, there'd be different changes going on. Their mind would be blown, dude. A little, like, bubble. Holy shit. Imagine if we got these politicians, like, to douse them. Imagine if we could, like, slip some acid into, like, Trump's, like, food or something, like, and he has, like, an acid trip, or, like, one of these politicians, they'd be, like, psychoanalyze their life. They'd be like, oh my god, they fucking would be, like, have to go to the psych board or something. They should all eat shrimp, definitely, they should, because then they will all have some more empathy. I swear to god, I feel like whenever I took them, it makes me care more about people. It sounds kind of dumb, but it's like, I feel like whenever I take mushrooms, I, like, my grudges will go away more. Like, I'll be like, oh, like, I can feel people's energy so much. Like, it's like, I don't feel like I can I feel like an animal more, like my senses are more attuned, and like I can like understand people so well. She did? Wouldn't that be a cool song? I'm gonna write a song about that if Trump got someone's like yeah, because it's all about the psyche, psychology, psychedelics, understanding your mind. I try to keep it pretty normal for someone who's taken them a lot, you know? Sorry, you guys. Heightened empathy, yeah. I'm not trying to scare you, or do you think I'm not like pro, like trying to tell anyone to do them? Like I'm telling you, they're sacred. You should only do them like if you have, you know, you have a strong mind. They're nice if you know who you are and you want to like learn more about yourself. They're not just something to take and like forget about life. It's not gonna happen, you know? It's not like taking a Xanax or like drinking. It's like, you know, like forget about my life. Like no, like if you want to take psychedelics, you're gonna be thinking about shit like deep. Yeah, I should. I'll be like, I snuck up to his podium and laced the tea with LSD. Lace the tea with LSD. We lace the tea, LSD. What do you mean you had to sneak? People's reasons for guns are just as dumb as people's reasons for Joseph Kahn. I hate that people won't call school shooters terrorists. What the fuck? You guys are so racist and dumb. It's like, seriously, like, how dumb. My brother is like smarter than these people. It's like amazing. I'm so proud of the youth. And you know what? I don't even tell Gunner to think this. He just like absorbed it by being around me. Like, they were talking about like the school shooter. I was telling him how they were writing it out, being like how he's like mentally, like how he had a bad life. I said, Gunner, I was like, what do you think they would have? Gunner, my brother told me that they probably would have shot the guy if he was black, the school shooter. We looked at a picture of how they arrested him, like all gently. My brother said he probably would have shot the guy if he was black. They definitely wouldn't be writing any articles saying, oh, he had a troubled past, was an orphan. But no one wants to hear that you were fucking orphan and troubled past. Sorry. No one cares about that. You killed a bunch of people. There's a lot of people who are orphans and had a lot of bad things happen to them, were molested, everything you could think of, and they didn't go shoot up a school. Yeah, if it's like a black guy, they'll be like, guy killed his psychic, but the dude, they're like, he was mentally unstable. Yeah, no shit. What stable person shoots up a school? Well, I know, right? I gotta get out of here. I'm scared. Wait, let me read this. What's this? Okay, I'm gonna write a song for them about never again. You know, because that's their slogan. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? I know it's frozen, but okay. I was writing a song. It's like never again. The lyrics are about never again, never again. No one should have to lose their friends, because that was the hashtag that they made up. Okay, never again, never again. No one should have a day like this. No one should have a friend to miss. Never again. It's like I'm writing this song for them. Like I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm using their like slogan. Scott, why is this frozen? Hold on.